Last week on Knights of the Rolled Table, the fight over the Spiralite concludes as Gusthorak is defeated. Coach, knowing the history and importance of the Founder's Stone, offers himself as a sacrifice to it and nearly dies, losing an arm in the process. But just as our heroes catch their breath, a voice beckons to them.
Sarsa, it's Cole.
Oh.
She's coming for you. I'm in disguise. I'm trying to find out what she's up to. Are you safe? Where are you?
I'm safe, but we're here in the cave of Gusthorak, and we found out he's whoop-de-doo, and Coach lost a hand, and but we'll come back, I promise.
But will come, and then it cut off.
Oh no!
It's 25 words or less. So then you hear,
Good. Kishara needs all the curios. Something about Dagger Island. And contacting a Dendar. I'll try to find some reinforcements. Stay safe. Don't die.
Excellent advice. All right, but you're one to talk. I'm not the one with somebody coming to kill me. I think you should be safe, and we'll do everything we can. I'm done.
so you've gotten this warning. Do you tell everybody what Cole Flintspire has told you?
Yes.
Okay, so you kind of gotten this warning that Kishara is supposedly on her way. He said he was hiding in disguise. And the words that he said, something about Dagger Island and contacting a Dendar, and he'll try to find some reinforcements and to stay safe and don't die. I need everybody to make a wisdom check.
All right.
19.
21.
11.
That's actually not bad.
No, it's not bad.
4. That's bad.
That's
solid 4.
bad, but not surprising.
Whatever.
12. You got a 19. That's with a -1. So I rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
Massimo's not wise.
Okay, so Massimo, through some of your hunting legend of lore study, looking for big monsters, big threats. Saeleas, through your love of books and reading about the history of different gods. And Sarsa, also because you're a cleric, you know some of the gods and the pantheons out there. You recognize the name Dendar as Dendar the Night Serpent, a god worshipped by the Yuan-Ti.
What are you guys all thinking about?
It's big brain stuff.
I'm
All right.
still missing a hand.
So Dendar's the night serpent from the Yuan-Ti religion. And I'm wondering if maybe we could find him here on this Dagger Island. Anybody have any idea where that?
I know
might be.
exactly where Dagger Island is.
All right.
Well, where is it?
It's, well, let me get out my map. Hold
So
on.
you guys get out the map that you have.
It's right over here, the one that looks like a big dagger.
Yeah, it's definitely the one that looks like a dagger.
Looks like a seagull to me.
It's labeled, but
It's kind of like a seal.
we could figure
Or
that out,
pterodactyl.
right?
It looks like more like a butter knife with a handle on it.
I thought someone had just spilled their meat pie on it.
There's only one island on
Are
the
they still
map
making those
anyway.
meat
I think we
pies?
should go
Oh,
there.
yes.
Oh, you know, it was just a little pop-up
But we
shop
don't
when
have
I
a whole
was
lot of time
a year and
because
a half
Kishara
ago.
is coming and we're in no state to be facing up against her.
Kishara is coming?
Right, I already said that.
Coach,
Sorry,
Coach has been a little
Bit
dead.
distracted.
All right, before we go, I'm going to take this Gusthorak's hand.
That is gross.
Well, it might come in handy. I did not mean that as a pun.
That is gross.
So you didn't.
Remara, sidebar
Do you want
on
to
this
live
side
with
of
no
the
hand?
podcast.
You're going to try
Yeah.
to take the metal hand off of Gusthorak?
Yes.
It's kind of like a gauntlet?
Yeah.
Okay. You notice that it's kind of in the same size capacity as what Coach is missing. So it's looks like something that Gasthorak, like Foop to do himself, actually made the sacrifice years and years and years ago of sticking his arm in there. So I need you to make a sleight of hand check.
That'll be an 8.
You spend about a good 45 minutes trying to get it off. It's really rooted in, connected somehow. Eventually,
come on, man.
after
Just
some
give it
pulling and pulling and you're getting into tendons and some stuff like that, and you eventually kind of get it off, but there's some
Bits.
inside. We'll just say bits.
That's
so
the family
you
part.
have it, but it's going to require some cleaning.
Here
During
you go,
this
Coach. Put it on.
Remara,
Oh,
hey,
no. Let's put that in my bag, I guess.
So you want to spend some time cleaning it?
Sure.
Okay.
Remara, how did you meet these people? They're pulling limbs off of
Yeah,
dead people.
they're a bit of a mixed bag.
Okay,
I gotta
but
tell you.
are they generally okay, or should we be?
You know,
looking for...
they're good people. They are.
All right.
I feel like it came so close to losing you. Maybe we should just go somewhere safe. Dagger Island does not seem like a safe place.
Maybe we find ourselves a nice beach, like we always dreamed of. Look, that was backstory that we didn't necessarily
Whoa, what?
choose.
What? Hey, I can hear you guys. What was that last part?
Sounded a little steamy.
Very well, we'll help
It's
you.
like you were always
hey.
friends, but not related friends, or no judgment here, but
She's a water genasi, and I'm a Goliath.
Well, I noticed that, but it's a
Yes.
weird world.
Look,
Anyway,
Don't be
we don't- look,
racist,
do you wanna
Jerik.
just give us just one more minute?
Sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna look for treasure around here. Any of these cool Duragar weapons or whatever. I'm not gonna pull anybody else's limb off.
As I told you, these are pretty good people. I also noticed on Coach's arm, the other arm, the one that's still on. Did you?
Yeah.
Ew.
There's
My
a,
goodness.
the do you see?
Yeah, I see.
Don't look, don't.
Why are you looking
Cool.
at me?
Be cool.
Hey.
Don't just look. Just
Are you looking at my calves?
Yes, citizen, that's
Yes.
right. Massimo sees you.
You just call me citizen?
Massimo sees
Coach,
you.
don't worry about it. Just have a sip of this.
What is this?
so
Okay.
you know what
Hot
that
water.
means.
Well, I guess we're in good company then.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to let him know that we.
Well, how long have you seen it?
I saw it a while ago.
Has he seen yours?
No.
Oh.
What kind of girl do you think I am?
Hey, I don't know. I was gone for a year. I guess I don't know what's going on anymore.
Do you think I would just? Okay. All right. Whatever.
Look, babe. Babe, it's not that way. Not that way.
All right. Well, let's just. We can stick with them for now, but I just want to make sure that you're safe.
As long as I'm with you.
I'll protect you with
Very
my
well.
mind.
Very well, you can join Massimo's party as we head to Dagger Island.
Is this guy for real?
No, I know you have a cool statue and all. Oh, you don't know you have a cool statue at all.
They made a statue?
Oh, it's not there
Very-
anymore.
Very
Wait,
it
briefly,
is
you
not.
had a statue. It went terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Frankly, I
Your
blame
statue
you.
destroyed an entire city.
Yep.
My statue did?
It was entirely the statue's fault. Definitely not mine.
Logically, it's true because they unveiled the statue and immediately the city was destroyed. So I don't see any other way to logically explain that, right?
I agree.
No more statues for you, Massimo.
Well, we'll see about that.
Also, out of all of the adventurers here at this juncture, you're the only one I know of who basically got killed and lost their entire memory. So, I mean, if anything, you're welcome to join our party for the time being.
Hold
On
on.
a probational basis.
Hold
The
on.
more the merrier.
Okay. Look, one thing's got to be clear. I'm Massimo Lionheart.
Okay.
That is clear.
You only
that
just
is
figured that out for the
exactly
record.
correct.
That was on the statue.
Protector
Bart.
of this realm.
I think we knew that
Hero
before you did.
to the people.
Okay, sure.
Okay. We can go at the same time to the same place.
Sure, we'll go in
Okay.
parallel.
I just want to make that clear.
Deal.
Great. You've seen what Remara can do.
Yes, we have.
Okay.
No, she is terrifying. You're just.
I know. She's on my side.
Clearly the brains of the outfit. Anybody see any treasure we can take around here?
Well, you've already searched the pile of clothes in the backpack. You found a tinker's kit. Sarsa found a pair of boots of elven kind.
Was I holding
Fancy.
the spiralite last?
The last person to hold the spiralite was Jerik.
I thought he
believe.
tossed it to me.
Yeah, I believe I handed it to her. But if I didn't,
When you
forgot
got
to
like
fix that.
stuck.
So we'll say
handed it to me.
Sarsa has the spiralite.
It's on a necklace, right?
Yeah, it's on it. It's on.
She's gonna go ahead and throw it on.
We definitely need to get out of here.
Hold on. What am I wearing? What is this, leather armor?
There was,
We need to find something a little stronger.
there was
You
scale
were-
mail in the backpack. if I remember correctly.
You were a completely different person. Do you remember any of that?
I don't.
You were
A bard,
Sweet.
but like not a good bard, like a really bad bard.
Try playing something.
We don't have time to go
Is-
through this. Let's get going.
Yeah,
created
If you have
songs for me.
Massimo, you do have a ukulele strapped to your back.
Oh. What is
Yeah,
this?
see if you still have the talent.
What is
Try it
this
out.
tiny guitar?
Try it.
Okay. It must be broken.
He still has his talent.
Puts it back.
It's exactly.
It actually sounds the same, yeah.
Did you guys want to pull Coach aside?
Yeah, maybe when we were.
we really gotta go. If we got 100 Colsatoris coming after us right now,
But I will
you
take a
have
scale mail.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're gonna go with the pile of armor and stuff like that. And
To be clear, I want that dang scale mail. I need to get
so
this AC up.
there's actually two. They're both dwarf size, but by combining both of them, kind of you with some help from some of your new party mates, find some ways to fasten them together. So you have two dwarf-sized scale mails fastened in a way where they sort of drape over your shoulders in a way that creates a lot of protection. And with the padded armor, gives you a +3 AC to your AC.
Awesome.
Now who needs who? Huh?
Is Saeleas done cleaning?
You are
the
like
arm yet?
5 feet taller than Coach is.
Yeah. I'm 7 feet tall. To be clear, I'm a 7 foot tall Goliath, man.
Yeah.
Pretty small for Goliath, but that's okay.
Wow.
That was Weston. That wasn't Coach.
Just then, Sarsa, you get another communication from Cole. Sarsa, it looks like she's sending in some transportation to get you out. You'll have some time, probably about a day. I would stay where you are. Rest up. You'll need it. That's all you.
Oh, so we're getting a ride from here.
She's sending us a ride?
Kashara is sending something to come get you, but you have some time before it arrives. Remember, it took you guys about 2.5 days, but Cole thinks it's going to take about a day or so.
So we have about a day until we get some transportation from here. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it means we don't have to spend all that time getting out, and we should probably rest up because whatever we're up against next, it's not going to be good.
I was thinking about just running toward that dagger place, but if we don't touch base with Kashara, maybe some bad stuff's gonna happen.
Hey, people will likely get hurt.
Should we hide the spiralite before we meet up with her?
All right, I'll eat it.
I don't think that's a good idea,
not a
especially
good idea.
you already have one of the curios.
What about that discussion made you think we were asking you to eat the legendary artifact?
Well, we have to hide it, right? So
Yeah.
what safer place
That's the only
is there
plan you can think of?
than inside of old Coach?
No. Well, as a last resort, maybe.
All right.
When push comes to shove, Coach can eat the thing.
All right, so the spiralite is a rare gem in the natural shape of a corkscrew. When attuned, it grants the user +3 elemental weapon damage of their choice, or +4 to melee attacks. The elemental damage can come from one of the following: acid, poison, fire, ice, thunder, or lightning damage. And it grants immunity from the same elemental force chosen, or resistance from a different element from one of the other options. The spiralite is activated by twisting the gem while uttering the dwarven word for the element. The item itself is immune to acid, poison, fire, ice, thunder, and lightning damage. The only thing that could destroy it is necrotic damage. You know, I could destroy it right now. If I destroyed it, she wouldn't be able to have all of the curios.
She wouldn't know that it was intact. We could say that it was destroyed before we got here, and the whole thing would be over. We could go home.
Yeah, but then what'd she do?
Give up?
You do remember in the battle, during the battle, the encounter with Gasthorak, that he could tell you more about the curios that he made when he was Voop-to-Do, and that by combining them, they created a very powerful item that had many magical and arcane properties.
Well, we have 2 of them, right? We gave Kishara the bigger bracelet.
Aye, she's got the bigger bracelet. You got that there mace.
Is there like a spot on the mace so we can combine the spiralite with the mace?
Make a investigation check.
Ooh. Investigate. Coach is gonna investigate. Badly. Yeah, 12.
It's like one of those 3D puzzles. You're like, that should go in. Like, this part should go in, but it doesn't quite. Can't really figure it out.
It should. Nope.
Try turning it counterclockwise.
Oh, yeah, of course. Try turning it counterclockwise. Roll with advantage.
Does somebody else want to take a look at it?
I'll take a look at it.
All right.
Saeleas would also.
Okay, both of you individually just make a investigation check.
11.
3?
That spiralite sure is pretty. And
well,
it looks like it could connect somehow, but
did Coach have legit the highest investigation?
It looks like
yes, he did.
It looks like the spiralite. So the mace has a bulbous area on the top, and then it has the stem, the handle where you hold it, and it looks like the spiralite would almost fit into the end of the handle. You can't quite get it in there.
Well, let's destroy it.
I'm going to do psionic investigation.
Okay.
So I can focus my mind to read the psionic imprint left on an object. If I hold an object and concentrate on it for 10 minutes, as if concentrating on a psionic discipline, I learn a few basic facts about it. I gain a mental image of the object from the object's point of view, showing the last creature to hold the object within the past 24 hours, which I guess is probably you guys. I also learn of any events that have occurred within 20 feet of the object within the past hour. Well, I guess we kind of know those things. I can embed an intangible psionic sensor within the object. That probably doesn't apply.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
It'll tell you more about it.
All right, sure, yeah. I'm going to do
If
that.
you want to do it. You got some time.
Investigation.
So, what's it called? Investigation?
Psionic investigation.
So, Remara psionically investigates this item. You do confirm, you get this sense, almost as if the spiralite is talking to you, and it's willing you to join it, twist it even, screw it in to the bottom of the mace handle. And then you notice there's a little latch on the bottom of the mace. And you open the latch, and it has a hole with some sort of grooves inside. Several of you kind of start pointing like, oh, we should put that right there.
Oh, maybe it's upside down.
Slip it around there, and then maybe.
And then through
Maybe need some lubrication.
kind of a combined effort, you manage to screw the spiralite easily, as with no friction at all, into the bottom of the mace. And you hear
Pour
this,
some rum on it.
and then the spiralite glows, and then the mace, the button that's on the mace of switching right in the center of kind of the area on top also glows.
Cool.
Okay, so they're glowing.
We did it.
And then they stop glowing.
Oh.
But there was definitely a connection when both of those were
Maybe
combined.
you need to have all three for them to be combined.
It's like the Deathly Hallows.
The
Or
what?
like-
The who?
What color were they glowing?
Purple.
Shocker.
They were purple, you guys.
A little bit of pink, a little bit of chartreuse.
Well, I'm glad that we discovered that Remara broke it.
Is
Look,
it?
man.
It was
it
glowing
hidden now?
before,
I
and
also
now
need
it's not.
everybody except Jerik to make a perception check.
Oh no.
7.
That's
5.
12.
22.
Jeez.
It's a goose egg, my friend. 0. Rolled a 1 and a -1.
Yeah.
So what do we got to eat around here? Should we have? Should we make some potatoes, or what do you guys got? You know, I'm a good chef. People love
Are
to.
you really?
Yeah. People
Jerik,
love to,
could you show him how to make that creme brulee?
That's
Wink,
funny.
wink.
Plenty of rocks
No,
here
I'm
in this
serious.
cave.
I make really good creme brulee. That's why they're talking about that.
great.
Special
Sometimes there's rocks
You know,
in it.
recipe.
I would.
How's your dental work?
It's great. You know, in the midwinter, I would always make a big lasagna for the orphan kids in town.
So
Just part of the normal.
I'm gonna just go subtly, slyly over to Jerik and go take a look at his face.
Hello.
Yeah, you got some
So then my
You got
teeth
some-
are...
you got some scales on your you got some scales on your face.
A what? Now what? What?
Don't panic. but-
Sarsa and Saeleas, you also hear this.
What? What?
Okay, I'm gonna look at his face.
What?
I see.
Yeah,
He
likewise.
does in fact have a couple of small scales next to his ear, and then you look further, and there's scales also on his neck.
Oh, did we blow up a fish person when I wasn't paying attention?
Is he a? What the hell is going on?
What? Somebody describe what is happening. What? What?
Have you seen?
Are they like fish scales or like lizard scales?
Are they
Okay,
fish scales or
I'm-
lizard scales?
Coach, Saeleas, you hold him down. I'm gonna cast a zone of truth.
In a cool way or like a gross way? Like, describe emotionally you're feeling
I'm the
about
only
these
one who
scales.
has any medical training here.
No,
He
hold
did
him down.
save
He might
Jabin's
be in
life.
disguise. He's someone in disguise. Hold him down. We're going to find out exactly what's going on here.
I can hold still. Why do you need to hold me down?
Hold him down.
For moral support.
Okay, I have one arm.
I can
Massimo
fix that.
will head over and put him in
If you've forgotten.
like a suplex
So I'm casting
rock
zone.
type thing.
I'm casting
Got
zone
him.
of truth. So I've got a 15-foot radius sphere, and he has to make a charisma save.
Okay, so Massimo, Jerik, and Sarsa all make, unless anybody else is super close to him.
Coach puts a toe in.
Okay, and Coach,
Your toe has to tell the truth.
Oh dear.
what's the DC?
It's 15
What check?
Charisma.
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 I failed.
You failed your own.
Is a save.
I got a 2, so
I think you can purposely fail that, can't you? You can purposely fail a save.
how the heck
You can choose to tell the truth.
am I supposed to mine without an arm? Okay? I mean, I am really freaking out right now,
It's not
okay?
about you right
I
now,
know I'm
Coach.
putting on a strong
So-
face,
So hold on.
like my strong body.
So Coach is telling the truth. Massimo has to tell the truth. Jerik failed.
Failed.
Jerik tells the truth, and
Sarsa
Sarsa
tells the truth.
is telling the
So
truth.
we're in a truth circle.
Okay, so and then Saeleas and Remara are kind of like watching this from the outside.
All right.
Well,
what
this
is
is
your
nice.
What is your name?
Jerik Dark Harbor.
All right. And do you have any idea what's going on with your body right now?
It's kind of a broad question.
Why do you have
Be
scales
more
on your
specific.
face, boy?
I don't know. I just found out I had scales on my face. What are you thinking? Do you have a hypothesis?
Did you let that woman there touch you?
No, I don't think so. No. There was some
Kishara?
drinking involved, but
I'm sorry.
pretty
What was
sure
that?
no.
What was that?
She had wine. We drank wine.
She had wine.
I shared some stuff, but I don't think she touched me. It was a regular charm spell, as far as I know.
Coach, why don't you take a look?
Like I said, I would love to take a look. But I'm just so full of emotions right now, you guys.
Deep breath, Coach.
All
Deep
right,
breath.
I'm gonna take a look. Can I do like a medicine check, maybe? On Like look
Sure,
and
you
investigate.
could do a medicine check.
See if maybe I know if it was like some kind of a poison or something. 17 plus 4 is gonna be a 21.
Coach is going to. Oh, well, that's pretty good. But Coach is going to try and shift into a lizard to see if it's like a lizard scale. So I'm going to click the mace, a kalika. So now I'm a lizard, and I'm going to pop up on your shoulder and try and be like
A regular lizard, not a giant.
So I can hold him like a swatch. I can hold him up against
exactly
his
to
face
try and see if it's that, and then just
for comparison.
yeah, just let me know if you need me to turn anything else.
Question: when he turns into the lizard, does he have all his arms?
The lizard is missing a little claw.
Oh, adorable! Look at its little lizard claws missing.
It's like a three.
Jerik, stay on
lizard.
task here.
So, with a 22, by looking at the scales in Jerik's neck, you get a sense it's reptilian in nature, specifically snake-like. And when Coach turns into a lizard, it doesn't look the same. You're feeling snake.
I think he's turning into one of them UNT.
They're just scales, okay? We don't have to jump to conclusions. I'm not necessarily turning into a.
Well, regardless, this is not good. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not a good look on you. I don't hate it, but also this is probably not natural and not safe.
Let's cut them off.
I jump onto Jerik's shoulder.
Hey, little buddy, what do you think?
I'm going to take a real close look at it.
Okay. You have lizard stats.
Lizardception. Oh, well, 18.
I'll say that you also get this sense of like, it's very sneaky, but it's more just like cosmetic.
Cosmetic snakiness.
I lick it.
Yeah, it tastes like
Yes.
it tastes slick, like feeling the scales of a python.
I'm going to turn back into my normal self while I'm still on your shoulder.
Conk, conk, conk.
Jerik,
How much damage does he take from the spider?
one point of
Spike damage.
Jerik.
piercing damage.
Jerik.
Yes.
Repeat after me.
Yes.
She sells seashells down by the seashore.
She sells seashells down by the seashore. All right, we're good. Look at my tongue. Does
Does it look split to anyone else?
Huh?
Right near the front. Is it kind of?
Saeleas, make a general wisdom check.
16.
You recall Gus Thorak or Vuptadu in your book saying that the spiralite would give him a little bit longer life, and then Gus Thorak himself said that wearing this prevented him as a mind flayer from having the need for eating brains. So it has a repression kind of holistic property. The spiralite does.
I'll relay that to them.
Maybe we should give the spiralite to Jerik so that it'll help him not turn into a UNT.
What do you guys keep saying? UNT.
Snake.
Jerik, you notice you can actually see in this dark cave pretty well now.
Okay, so I'm starting to get a little bit concerned because remember how I was the only one who didn't have dark vision?
Yes.
I think I might have dark vision.
You look at his eyes, they're kind of slitted a little bit.
All right, give me that spiralite. Let's put it on him right now. Not looking to have a.
Can I separate it out of the mace?
You press the little latch on the bottom. And screw it.
Unscrews like a light bulb.
Yeah.
Here you go, Jerik. Take it.
All right, well, let's
Right.
try it. And I put it
You
on.
do that for
Put it
now.
on.
I'm going to work on finding a cure for you while we
Wait.
rest up.
Somebody else is going to have to help me
Wait,
unscrew
hold on,
this. I
before
can't
I take
unscrew
it.
it.
I'll help you.
Oh, man.
Before I take it, I'm going to put my own hand on the scales and try lay on hands, which cures.
I'll release you so you can do that.
Thanks, Massimo. Thank you. If I can have my arm for a minute.
Yep.
I put my hand on the scales and lay on hands
Yes.
can cure poison or disease. Try that.
Okay.
Is it better?
Feel the power and the warmth of Torm. The kind of everlasting light is making you warm. And then you hear this voice in your head. Nope. Not this one.
Okay.
Something else.
I had to try. Thanks.
Okay, I got a thing. How about view aura?
Okay.
This is part of my new
Yeah.
stuff.
Level 7. All the characters have leveled up to level 7, by the way.
As an action, I study one creature's aura until my concentration ends. While I can see him, I learn if he's under the effect of any magical or psionic effects, his current hit point total, and his basic emotional state. So
Okay.
that's nice.
What was the first
54
thing?
hit points and distressed.
Yeah, he's a bit panicked, a bit anxious. He's not under a psionic effect, although he has a psionic tingling about him. Like there's a little bit of just a baby psionic kind of like a little baby psionic power. It's not a magical effect.
Okay.
Do you put on the
What?
firelight? Do you put on the firelight?
Yes. Well, if maybe while she's looking at my aura, I'll like put it on and see if she sees any changes.
So I'm gonna use plant growth, and I'm gonna try and put every herb that I know of on him.
Okay.
I'm sure one of these is gonna help.
It feels like you're spreading aloe vera
that
all
one
over your
smells
neck.
bad. That one's kind of itchy.
It's kind of goopy and
That one's sort of slimy.
rambly.
I don't like that at all. I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to one
You
of
do
those.
put the spiralite on, and all of a sudden you just kind of feel like yourself.
Is that better?
Does he look better?
Your night vision goes away.
I can't see again, so
I did it.
probably good.
Everybody,
I'm peeling off leaves.
Coach
from
did
my
that.
face.
Are the scales
You're
still
actually
there?
able to like peel a little bit.
Coach, medicine dwarf.
All right,
Of the
that
scales?
is
Yeah.
real
Hey,
disgusting.
I think they're coming off.
Oh, well, seems like you should have the spiralite then.
I rub them all off.
Solves that problem.
They don't totally come off, but a couple of them that are loose.
Now, about your hand, Coach. Why don't you try putting this on? I've cleaned out the bits. Wouldn't you rather have two hands? We're going into a deadly battle.
Okay.
You can't just screw that one in, right? That seems
That's basically
more
what I
complicated.
did to take it off.
I mean,
Make an
That's not how
investigation
hands
check,
work.
Saeleas.
Yes, sir. Investigation. There it is. 16.
All right, taking another look at the gauntlet that was on Gus Thorak, you do notice a series of buttons with switches, each with a glyph on the top of each switch, and they're right kind of on the forearm area of this gauntlet.
Can I
There's 5 of them.
interpret the... Do I recognize the glyphs?
What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Dwarven, and then 2 weird ones.
Okay, they are Dwarven.
Sylvan and Celestial as well.
They're numbers 1 through 5.
Okay.
Coach recognizes them as well.
I would hope so.
Well, why don't we put them on and flip the switches in order?
All right, what do I got to lose, right?
Your other arm?
Right. Here we go. I'm going to stick my stump in there.
Okay.
Gross. I'll flip glyph 1,
Okay. Nothing happens.
2,
Nothing happens.
3,
Nothing.
4,
Nope.
5.
Nope.
Maybe there's a combination.
That didn't hurt at all.
There's only 120 combinations. I can do this.
This is what we spend the next 24 hours doing.
How long do you want to spend doing this? Or, well, let me just say right now, you guys get the benefits of a long rest.
All right.
Good.
I'll say during that time, if you want to sleep, you can sleep. If you want to not move or just, be meditative, pray, whatever. It can't be anything too strenuous. Light conversation is fine, but nothing too...
I'll keep flipping switches.
Sarsa might mess with her spells that she has prepared during this
Okay.
rest. So
you've
Warning.
been kind of sensing from this battle, and you have a regained sense of power and regained sense of kind of control of some of your abilities. Each of you feels a little bit renewed. Something about the cave and something about the bioluminescent nature has kind of given you some inspiration to try new things, feel a little bit different. Saeleas, do you want to look anywhere else to try to find?
Well, I think probably I'd check out the forge. Is that what that thing was called?
The Founder Stone?
Yes, the Founder Stone. See if there was anything on that would indicate, and then just generally look around, see if there's any
Okay.
anything to read.
Make an investigation check.
All right. That's a natural 1.
It's very misty. You're super tired. The battle was very strenuous.
Maybe I need a nap.
Well, I'm just going to take this thing off.
Let's try it in reverse order first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Coach is getting tired of this nonsense.
Does not work.
When
I'll also look in the book, see if I can find anything else from Boop to do.
Okay. Make another investigation check.
Okay. That's a little bit better. That is either 16 or 17. That is a 17.
You see a particular inscription, because you have some downtime. You just spend about 3-4 hours reading, and you get to one inscription that talks about Voop to do and a particular sequence of numbers that he's fond of in labeling things with, and it's 3-4-2-1-5.
I will try that sequence of switches on the hand.
And then you feel on your forearm pinching, and then it feels great. You see your hand, the metal hand, the fingers flex.
Whoa.
And you feel connected with this constructed hand.
Well, that's kind of, it's a lot better than before.
I'm going to point at the book.
See? Reading is good for you.
Your -2 to sleight of hand has gone away.
Oh, yes.
And you can do a wheelie.
Yes. Well, Saeleas, I know I was doubting you there for a second, but really it was the pictures in the book that saved us. So, thank you. I do appreciate it, Saeleas.
If you attack unarmed with that hand, you have a +3 to the attack.
Ooh.
Nice.
Gouge their eyeballs out.
And you
With
all
an
thought it was
unarmed
gross for taking the arm.
it was still gross.
All right.
It worked out.
Anything
Chris,
else you guys want to do?
When all the Croach grew all the plants, I feel like you said there was a opening at the very, very top of the cavern where we are. Is that true? And is it like way too high to potentially climb out if we didn't want to wait for our ride?
It's really, really high, like several miles. I mean, you see.
Whoa!
I mean, you're in the Underdark, so you see.
Little pinprick of
Yeah,
light.
like
way
pinpricks
up
of
there.
light. Like some sort of source of light, but it's thousands of feet up.
Alternatively, I could cast Water Walk, and we could walk down that rushing water out of here.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with water. And,
Yeah, I don't
waterfalls right
Is
We're
that
not gonna
where you
risk
fell
that.
down after the fight? Hold on, wait a minute. Did you guys fight Gasthorak and lose? Which would therefore determine that potentially our group here might be more successful in the only comparison point than your group?
Look, there were 3 of us, and we doubled that now to fight them with 6. So, it's a little different having twice the amount of people.
You mean that we were smart enough to go in with enough force to actually beat the creature?
Well, we didn't know this was down here. This was an
And
exploratory
so
mission
what-
to help people.
Okay,
a
good.
humanitarian
And
mission.
so what happens is he did something to you, and you stumbled off this cliff here and fell into that water, and then washed.
He erased
washed
my
down.
mind, and I fell down this.
All right.
It's been
and was
about
washed away.
9 hours since you
That was
defeated
a long argument.
Gasthorak. Well, time has elapsed. You guys, some of you have rested, some of you have slept. I'm just letting you know the time that has elapsed. And at that point, you guys continue arguing. Is there anything else you want to?
Sarsa probably opens up a bottle of whiskey and sings a few sailor shanties.
Okay. You hear.
All right, who had beans?
All right, let's everybody get in my mouth.
I've been.
Where you guys came through before the bridge, you see 7 Kol-Satori constructs fly out and kind of land by they fly right in front of you, kind of on the perimeter of the cliff, and stop and come down. Some steam comes out from their sides, and then the chest cavity opens up, the head opens up, the arms open up. So this sort of shell, except for about right below the waist, the legs are intact. Each one of them opens up, allowing entry.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Okay, here's another option. I think I can make everyone be able to breathe underwater. We could all do that and then jump in the river.
I don't know. The Iron Man suits look pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm on board with those.
So, but when I just want to mention before, well, actually, once I committed to like keeping the spiralite for a while, I tucked it into underneath my armor, so it's not visible.
Okay.
Well, I mean, these guys are going to find us, Saeleas.
Yeah, I feel like we need to get back there anyway. We might as well go in the
Throw
super
it out
suits.
there.
Sarsa's gonna
man.
just sigh, take a last little swig of whiskey.
If you throw up in there, it's going to be super gross. I just want you to recognize.
Well, I don't see what you're worried about. I didn't invite you into my suit, and she's
Fine.
gonna get into one of them.
Okay, Sarsa steps in, one leg, then another leg. You kind of
And
put
her tail.
And her tail, yeah, it kind of curls around your waist, and you put your hands in. As soon as your hand kind of reaches sort of where the fingers go, you see the metal construct go around Sarsa's body, and the chest stone, which is purple night crystal, starts kind of glowing, and you can speak, but.
Are you okay in there?
I mean, I'm fine. How do I look? Does it make me look fat?
No, you look very nice.
Thank you.
You actually can't move on your own.
Kind of stuck now. I'd really like it if you guys could get into your suits, because I have a feeling it won't leave until everybody's in one, and I don't want to be stuck here.
Is there a Massimo-sized one?
No.
Oh.
Is there a dwarf-sized one?
But the feet, the legs and the feet are big enough for you.
Well, should we hop in?
Hang your body out the front.
So you put your legs in,
Okay.
and as soon as you kind of lean back, it extends and it kind of conforms to the size of your Goliath body. And you see this bigger 7-foot, Cole Satori. This is about the size of the one that you saw in Emberbrook. You notice the other Cole Satoris are not as big as that one. The one that Sarsa's in is kind of Sarsa size now.
I would like to try and move around in it.
You cannot.
I will try.
You try
Really
real hard. You can't move.
I'll try again.
You kind of so all you can manage is, and from the rest of you, you just see this on the inside. You're like, and on the outside, you just see this Cole Satori go, dum, 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 dum. Kind of penguin waddle. and it stops, and you hear this.
These are pretty strong.
Moradine, help us. I'll hop in.
Okay, Coach gets in. Gets smaller. You see this little Cole Satori. It's not, it's still stocky. It's dwarf,
All right, there's no going in.
It's got
back
amazing
now.
calves.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Okay, so the rest of you get in.
Yep.
Saeleas will go in last.
Saeleas gets in, goes around Jerik, around Remara. Saeleas gets in. He has to kind of
don't
bunch
like
up
this.
his overcoat, and as soon as Saeleas gets in, it goes, and the metal faceplate goes down.
Oh, I should have peed first.
You all-
anybody?
I think you were right. I am feeling a wee mite
And
nauseous.
start flying away, and then like through the caverns, and you can see there's these kind of vision, where your vision is through the eye holes. I was trying not to say eye holes, but through the
Visor?
Through the visor, yeah. Thank you. I was like, what's the right term here? Through the visor. through your eye peepas, through the visor, which is amethyst colored, you see just rock and light and bioluminescent, algae and like all of these things rushing by you, and You don't feel any like wind chill or anything because everything's pretty much sealed, but it's going very, very fast. It takes you about 2 hours, so you're in this thing flying to get all the way back through, and then it starts slowing down. Kind of goes 90 degrees. You feel the pitch shift, and then goes up out of the entrance, and there's a light. Oh, you haven't seen sunlight in several days, and it takes a second to adjust. All of you are kind of blinded for several minutes, but you feel your bodies and the constructs that you're in land. After a beat, everything opens up.
Sarsa's gonna rush out and puke.
Saeleas immediately gets out of the thing.
Okay, as you're adjusting to the light, and after Sarsa pukes,
She's very good at it, though. I mean, she's puked before.
She has her barf.
Yeah, she doesn't get
pat.
She'll be
You
fine
see
She and I share that in
several
common.
things before you. The first thing you see is a large shape. Everything's kind of shadowy at first. You see a large shape behind several figures, but the figures are fuzzy. The ship starts looking more kind of square, and you recognize it as the Aravan that you all got on after Emberbrook was destroyed. You start seeing several figures that look familiar. Callum, Nuzir, and Bartleby. They're all in shackles, large shackles that are covering their hands and chaining their hands together. You also see Kishara, several feet away from them, standing with her fingers intertwined, and she's wearing a little bit more desert-friendly attire. It is daytime in the Scorched Lands, so it is full-on desert, and it's about 102. It's pretty hot. She's wearing attire that's a little bit more desert-friendly. She's showing a little bit more skin than you've seen, a little bit more of a sheer material on her legs and shoulders and top.
Sexiest season.
Nothing too terribly revealing. It's just
Are we talking about like Return of the Jedi, Slave Leia?
not that much. No, not
Are
that
we talking
much.
like Lawrence of
More like,
Arabia, like
more like
British
Princess- more like
soldier,
Princess-
like in the desert?
More like Princess Jasmine,
Okay.
kind of look.
now. Sexy Lawrence of Arabia.
Our sexiest season.
Hello, Knights of the Roll Table. This is Chris Daly, your Dungeon Master for Season 2 of the podcast. Next week, we will be taking a short break from the regular story to bring you a special 2-part holiday one-shot. This one will be DM'd by our own Jeff Frank, aka XX Bloody Heart. This one-shot will have myself, Weston, Zach, and Matt playing brand new characters on a winter adventure with a holiday twist, and Jeff is bringing the holiday fun. After that, we will have the 2-part finale of Season 2, and trust me, it gets weird and intense and funny and all the things. I'm in the process of editing it, and everyone does such a good job, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. Since we don't advertise for the show, the best way to support us is to leave a rating and review on whatever podcast service you are listening to right now. It only takes a minute, and you don't even have to write anything. Just a rating is appreciated. Please leave us a little rating. We would love you forever. You can follow me at ScribbleMonkey on Twitter. I do all the art for the show, and reach out to me if you have any questions or want to talk DM stuff or D&D art stuff. Weston's Patreon, Make My Anthem, is up, and we've featured some of the music you can get from it in the show. It's something you can use in your D&D home campaigns or in your actual play podcast. Check it out in the links in the comments. You can also visit our Instagram and Twitter at RolledTable and use the hashtag RolledTable to help us get the word out about the show. If you have any feedback or questions or want to put an ad on the show, contact us at knightsoftherolledtable@gmail.com. We know we are not the only D&D actual play podcast out there, so we really honestly thank you so much for listening and giving us a chance. Hey, that's all of our announcements. Now go out and make life an adventure. Well done, you hear her say. You also see 3 more humanoids. These 3 are next to Kishara, and they have snake-like features. One of them has an upper body of a human, muscled in incredible shape, but the lower torso is a 7-foot-long reptilian snake body. He's got a scimitar that he's holding at the ready. Another has the body of a human, but the head and the hood of a cobra.
Cool.
He kind of hisses at you. And the third is a large, muscular man, about the size of Massimo. A human head, but his arms are each comprised of a tangle of about 10 large snakes that hang down to his knees.
Awesome.
What?
Massimo, you get kind of a interesting connection with this guy, but you don't know why. The rest of you immediately recognize this kind of looks like the guy that Massimo, when he was Bart, was playing.
Pitmaster.
The Pitmaster? It kind of looks like the Pitmaster, or at least the same type of breed or variety of that kind of guy. So Kishara says, well, you all survived. And, where is my curio?
It was destroyed. Don't know if you know this, but that big bad nasty was actually Voop to do, and we had a real right tussle. And you know me, I used necrotic damage.
Voop to do.
Voop to do.
He
right.
was alive?
Well, not anymore. We kind of killed him.
Make a deception check.
Oh God. All right. Woo! Okay. That was a 19 plus 7, so that's a 26.
Pretty good.
Sarsa has a really good poker face.
You're lying.
Oh, man.
Prove it.
So does Kishara.
Damn it.
Kishara, why are you doing all this?
I really don't want to hear this story
She's going to monologue again. Can we not do this again?
Well, if I'm so predictable, I'll
Did
just...
we not tell Coach she's a 1T? She's a 1T.
She's a Yanti?
Jerik, how are you feeling? Has the wine kicked in yet?
Could be better. How are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Good. How are things back in the town you
I see that
took
you've
over?
developed some scales.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Yeah,
first
do you have anything to
stage.
do with that, Snake Lady?
Well, it is part of the transformation process into a pureblood.
You
willingly accepted the ritual.
Wait, did you give me snake wine? Is that what we're talking about?
I gave you snake blood.
Actually, it was surprisingly good, you guys. Snake blood was delicious.
I bit one of them.
A little prestidigitation also never hurts.
Okay, gross. Yeah, no, it's gross again. Dang, okay. If you hadn't fed me snake wine, I mean, we might have let you out of all this, but now if we have any opportunity to overthrow you and destroy you, we're gonna have to. Sorry,
I wouldn't-
that's the straight truth. You can zone the truth me if you want.
I don't need to do that. Coach, to answer your question, why I'm doing this, I feel that there is a need for the Yuan-Ti race to claim its rightful victory as controllers of this realm, and eventually the rest of the realms. We were driven out unfairly by dwarves and elves from Marcatia, coming to this land unfairly, driven underground and killed by technology, and we're taking the land back.
So all 3 of you are going to take over all the realms.
Well, not exactly. She kind of looks over your shoulder.
I guess
All right, I'm gonna turn around.
we're gonna look
All
over
right,
there.
where
All
was
of
he?
you turn around and you see
Tough guys don't look at explosions. I'm just looking straight at her like,
approaching from the south. Your eyes are squinting, so it's kind of hard to make out, but shadows at first, almost ethereal when you're looking on the horizon of a desert, how it's sort of like you can't really see the feet. And then they get closer. There's a lot of them, eventually taking humanoid shape. A large group of people moving towards you. And then they stop, only in hazy silhouette. Some of them seem to draw some weapons. Oh, come on, don't be shy. Step forward. They want to meet you.
I have a
Kishara
thing.
says.
Can I interrupt? So in my leveling up, I took an ability adding a warlock level, and it's an eldritch invocation that lets me cast disguise self whenever I want at will. Doesn't take a spell slot. And while everybody's looking at this whatever materializing, I'm gonna cast disguise self on myself to look just like me with like a few more scales than I had a minute ago.
Okay. You notice they're all starting to move again. Some of them are shambling, shoulders kind of moving up and down. Others are walking normally, but they're all driven, moving forward. And then you start recognizing them. Residents, small business owners, former neighbors. Evet Rosales,
Oh, that is some next level evil right
Liberty
there.
Cornwhistle.
She was dead.
People that you thought were dead from Emberbrook are now walking towards you. And as they get closer, you notice that they have snake-like features.
Just made yourself some UNT zombies. That's what we're looking at right there. It's disgusting.
Well, as part of the pure blood transformation sequence, you do have to die first. I told you I didn't want to kill anybody, but you sized me up for just a villain. But I am a
not exactly-
creator, and I am going to be a god.
Yeah, look, Kishara, I get it. Like, if your people were here first, then, it wasn't okay what happened to you. But you're deciding to do the same thing back to the people who are here now. How does that make you not a villain? Isn't there any other way people could live in peace together? We could just share the land and be beings together? You gotta have zombie snakes? You gotta destroy the people who are here now?
The genocide that was committed on our people
Is not okay, wasn't okay, was terrible.
and that was centuries ago, and no one has made repercussions since or put out an olive branch. It's not acceptable. I can't allow my people, my race, to be extinguished. I'm sorry, Jerik. I wish there was another way. I really do. But the Yuan-Ti believe that they can become better, and through ritual and sacrifice, I have made myself stronger and better. It has taken hundreds of years, but I am doing this for my people. They're counting on me. So I have to take it to the final level.
That's not good. When bad guys say take it to the final level, that's not good, you guys.
Get the curios from them, and you see the three soldiers, the snake Malisons, come forward, and the Colsatoris that are behind you are going to grab you.
A Kalika.
Okay, well, make a dexterity check.
Dexterity check. Oh, I'm holding the mace. I mean,
Oh, okay.
unless they're trying to grab it from me or something. But yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
they are.
Okay.
So it's going to be like...
Can I, real quick, just to find out? So we're in the desert.
Yeah.
We're not like, okay.
The Scorchlands are desert environment, and it's right in the middle of this... Darkwall Cave is right in the middle of the Scorchlands.
All right. +1, so 8.
It's not going to do it.
Okay.
You kind of pull up your mace,
A no Kalika.
and you're just about to do it, and then it kind of grabs your hand. And this is your metal hand, or
No, I was probably holding it in my other hand.
okay, your other one. So it kind of pulls your fingers back, like gets right under there,
No.
and from the other one, and then gives it to another one, and then holds you. It's gonna hold you. Does anybody else resist?
Yeah.
Okay, Massimo's gonna resist. Sarsa's gonna resist. Okay, so make a dexterity. Make a strength contest.
I have a great bonus, but that was a terrible roll. 8.
I was 19.
19. Okay, so the Colsatori that grabs Massimo, there is a struggle, but it manages to hold you. Sarsa, you actually manage to kind of knock it out of the way. Saloon's power kind of feels through you in a second, and you duck down and run a little bit. Jerik and Saeleas and Remara, the constructs grab you from around the back and hold you. What are you going to do?
So just as far as layout of things, like, I'm assuming are kind of like side, like next to me, and the constructs are behind them.
Constructs are behind you.
Behind me.
And there are more constructs behind them, and there's also Kishara and these 3 Yuan-Ti soldiers, and your other like allies that are next to them.
Okay.
As you start to run, Kishara's going to say, "I wouldn't do that," and then you see the Yuan-Ti. They have their scimitars, and they start putting them to the throats of Nuzir, Callum, and Bartleby.
Sarsa, just wait for it.
But I was ready.
Yeah, well, it's not going to work out this time.
Sarsa's gonna put up her hands, but first she's gonna reach for her flask and take a quick sip, and then she'll put it back in her chest.
The
clavicle.
Kolsatori kind of grabs you, lifts you up, and takes you to the rest of the lineup.
She's muttering expletives under her breath the whole
All right.
time.
The large snake lower torso Yuan-Ti comes over and starts searching all of you.
Hey.
You could just tell me where it is. I know that you have this last one.
Listen, you're not getting me Spirelight.
So he looks at Sarsa, and he kind of searches her and doesn't find anything. He searches every one of you. He gets to Jerik. What's this? And he takes your mithril armor and pulls it down and reveals the Spirelight under your chest.
Oh, that's Spiralite. Okay, yeah, you guys should have been more clear. Wait, you were sending us to get that Spiralite?
Look more like a seashell.
Yeah, we thought it was just like for listening to the ocean. Go ahead.
And he
He's
turns
been going
back
through it.
to Kishar and he says, "This one's almost there, but probably will take another couple of days." Well, I didn't give him the good wine.
Are you going to turn us all into Yuan-Ti?
Well, yes, that's the idea. I need powerful generals in my army. You've proven yourselves worthy, as I've said before, and I would love to have you voluntarily, but I know that's probably not possible. But Massimo Lionheart, that is going to be a gem in my armed forces. It's amazing to see you, alive. Where have you been?
Studying abroad.
I'm glad to have you back.
Callum, hang in there, buddy.
The Yuan-Ti throws the Spiralight to Kishara, and she's kind of catch it. She takes the mace. She takes the bigger bracelet off. She attaches it to the top of the mace, and it goes kind of clamps in around the ring. You hear that same kind of humming that you heard before. She takes the Spiralight and says, kind of looks at you for sort of a, "Am I doing this right?" sort of thing, and then takes a little switch.
You see Coach's arm there? You might want to be careful.
Oh.
I also stuck my hand where it shouldn't have gone.
That's too bad. It looks like you have a cool metal hand, though.
Thank you.
Finally. All 3 of the curios. They're mine. I'll finally be able to talk to him.
I'd give you a hand, but
Yes.
Talk to who?
Well, I will see you all after the transformation. And she talks to one of her Yuan-Ti soldiers that has arms and legs, but the snake cobra head, and she pulls off a obsidian purple ring, and all of the constructs go. And she gives them to him, and she says, "Lucky, make sure that you keep them occupied and make sure to kill them quickly, but don't maim the bodies too much. I need them intact." And he said, "Yes, Neshotas." And then they come kind of back to life when he puts on the ring on his snake finger.
All right, we gotta take this guy down.
So we gotta kill that guy, right? Like that's...
And then the other 2 Yuan-Ti and Kishara get on the ship that you came on, her personal airship that she lent to you.
3.
Not the Crescent Wall 3. You renamed it something else, which I forget. But
Better notes.
but she gets back on it and says, "I'll meet you all after the transformation. You have all done very well. May the blood of the Yuan-Ti flow on." And then the airship takes off and then flies towards the west,
All right.
towards the coastline.
As soon as she's out of eye shot, I want to attempt Thunder Wave as a level 2 spell and see if I can push this guy off so I can make an attempt at Rings McGee.
A couple of the other Emberbrook Yuan-Ti now have come up, and they've sort of, a couple of them have some daggers and knives, and they've all approached each one of you. There's one in front of every one of you. The Culsatories are just kind of holding you, ready for the sacrifice, essentially. And these other Yuan-Ti sort of purebloods, the snake people, have come up, and they're all kind of right in front. You see Bartleby, who is gagged, and also Nuzir is gagged as well. And you get the sense it's probably to prevent any kind of spell because their hands are bound and they're not able to do anything. But you see Bartleby kind of is twisting his arm a little bit. Sarsa, go ahead and whatever you're going to attempt.
So basically, I'm going to attempt Thunder Wave as a level 2 spell. So every creature in a 15-foot cube originating from me. So it's probably going to affect a lot of these other people too.
So on your immediate
Collateral
left
damage.
is Jerik, and on your immediate right is Remara.
Listen, all right, you guys
Danger
are just
sense.
collateral damage.
I'm also doing a similar thing. So
So basically, they have to make a con saving throw.
There's
Everybody
3
within-
Culsatories, 3 Yuan-Ti purebloods, and then Jerik and Remara and yourself? No, not you.
No, not me.
Okay, con save. Got it.
22.
She'll save.
At a 6 and a 7 and a 13 for the Culsatories.
Those all fail.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my one of my my Tempest allows me to use thunder damage. I can automatically inflict max damage.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 3d8. So somebody do the math on that.
You're also hurting your allies with this max
I
damage?
don't care,
Okay, just double checking.
but they're only gonna take half because they saved.
The purebloods rolled.
My constitution was a 10. I do not save.
So you don't save, but
Okay.
you're a big boy. You can handle it.
So the Yuan-Ti purebloods, they rolled a 19, a 17, and a 3.
Oh, really? Okay, so the 3 will save, or will not save. Everybody else, and anybody that didn't save is gonna get pushed back 10 feet.
Okay. All right. So what's the damage that we're taking?
The damage, I need to do math because my brain is so fried. So 3 times 8 is going to be 24 damage on the ones that failed. So you'll take 12.
Okay,
And
so
that's thunder
Jerik takes
damage.
24, Remar takes 12. The 3 purebloods that are in front of you just obliterate into nothingness. They were not that strong to begin with. They're kind of like reanimated.
Nice.
And you see these Culsatories get pushed back and kind of, and then Bartleby starts jumping up and down, going.
when he does that, can I do my thing?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna thunder step right behind where Bartleby and I assume Nazir is also nearby there.
Okay. Can you thunderstep being held?
Doesn't say I can't.
What's the requirements?
Verbal.
Okay, so you just say thunderstep or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna do.
All right, do it.
Thunder, 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 step.
Thunder step.
This
So everybody-
loud kaboom.
Everybody within 10 feet of me has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Again.
So
who's
that
next
all
to
of
him?
us, too?
Jerik again and Coach. Well, I guess
Versus
yeah.
15.
I mean, yeah.
Mine was 15.
And then the Culsatori
Massimo's
has to make
he's
a what?
in the bathroom.
Dexterity. Constitution. Okay, so Culsatori, the
17.
Culsatori yours rolled a 4. The one holding Coach rolled a 12, and the one man, they're not doing well.
Good.
Rolled a 1, and then the Yuan-Ti One rolled an 18. The other one's going to fail. Well, the other one's dead, so one of them saves.
I like how everyone's just exploding.
If they didn't save, they
Yeah.
take 16 damage.
Okay, so the Yuan-Ti in front of Coach just...
If they did save, they take 8 damage.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, so the other one that saved, kind of barely hanging on, just and just hisses at you. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I reappear behind them.
Yeah, and then Saeleas, kind of this loud crack, kaboom, goes off, and Saeleas appears behind Bartleby, Nuzir, and Callum. There is one Malison Yuan-Ti soldier that appears that is right next to you, and he kind of does a double take and then kind of takes his scimitar. Let's get initiatives from everybody.
Okay. Weston reminded me to roll wild magic. I did not roll a 1.
Okay.
16.
14.
14.
13.
10.
9.
16.
Okay. Saeleas, I want you to take your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try to free Bartleby.
Okay, Bartleby, as soon as you appear behind him, he raises up. He kind of senses that you're there. He raises up his manacles right above his head, and he's kind of holding them there.
Okay. Oh, so to break that, I will need a moment.
Meanwhile, at the same time,
Why don't we have him go first?
Meanwhile,
Coach.
at the same time, Coach.
bonus action bursts into a rage. And I'm going to try and break out of the hold that the Cultisauri has on me.
Okay,
So,
strength check.
strength. Well, it's athletics, right?
Yeah.
And I get advantage on it. 13.
Oh, I also rolled a 13. Here's what happens. You kind of break, and then he pulls you back, and then your new hand twists on the wrist. Kind of a 180, and grapples the hand that's holding the forearm, and goes, and then you feel this kind of like extra push from that hand, and you push one arm back and kind of spin around, but you're still kind of like, you do this like dance move, sort of spinning out, and you're like, ha.
You're very graceful.
But that's gonna be your action.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to take my movement, and I'm just going to like, I'm going to run from him.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to try and fight him. I am going to get in between him and Bartleby. So I'm going to rotate around him to get in so that he doesn't go after you guys.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm still within
You're gonna
melee.
kind of run away. He's kind of still trying to hold your hand, like he's still trying to grab on. So as you run, he actually kind of gets pulled a little bit. You're pulling this big, construct. Is like it doesn't talk.
Okay.
But it goes. Saeleas, what are you gonna do?
Well, I think I would probably start with taking off Bartleby's the gag.
All right, you take off his gag, free action.
Yeah. And then,
Get my hands.
are there any is there like a keyhole or anything on the thing?
There's chains, and there's kind of these kind of metal orbs, kind of like
Mittens?
like metal mittens around.
Is there like so here's what I want to do. I want to
There's a little seal in the middle.
I want to pour water on them and shape water to freeze it so that it would like
Do it.
break.
Do it.
Okay.
Just do it.
Then I do that.
Okay.
So I use shape water to freeze the water. So I take out my canteen,
Okay.
pour it into the crease in the gauntlet, and use shape water
You
to
just
freeze
pour it over that, and then at the same time you use shape water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And shape water causes it to freeze, which would expand, which I would hope would break the.
For this, I'm going to say it's going to be a pretty good freeze. Make a Arcana check.
Okay. Hey, something I'm good at. I am going to bend luck on that.
Okay.
Just in
Tides of
case.
chaos.
No, just bending luck.
Oh, just bending.
So that'll be an 18.
All right. You manage to pour this water on top of the manacles, and then using the nature of chaos and the bending reality, you manage to freeze the manacles that are holding Bartleby. He smashes. He kind of pulls his arms apart, smashes the metal that was been turned into ice, and immediately goes right back to his hand and twists a ring, and pulls it off, and throws it to Jerik.
I catch it.
Okay, make a
What did I
dexterity.
say?
You
Make
can't.
a dexterity check.
Charisma save, you mean?
Dexterity.
Well, he has to catch it in his mouth because he's still held.
Really only could.
Are you still being held?
I don't know. Am I? There was a lot of blasting of Culsatories.
Yours did get pushed back,
Cool.
so it let go of you.
But
Okay.
so did he.
But so did you. But I'll say like you during this all this stuff going on, you managed to stand up and you see this ring and he's like, Jerik, catch! Dexterity check.
15.
You catch it.
Yes.
Put on the ring.
Yes.
Okay. You feel this little light go bing. That's all I'll give you right now.
You have mail.
Next, you get 2 emails. They're both about Saeleas. So,
Saeleas?
do you feel like you're not able to have a conversation with a powerful woman? Next in initiative was 14. So you're going to go.
All right, am I still being held, or because I wasn't in either of those blasts?
You are still being held, so you'll need to make a contest to try to get out.
What is the nature of the hold? How are they holding me?
It's a right arm on top, cross arm on the bottom, and it's kind of like grasped. Well, you're pretty big though, so it's actually gonna grab the wrist. It's
reverse
holding
bear
a wrist, reverse bear hug around you, but it's grasping its own metal wrists under your rib cage,
Okay, what I want to do is try and,
holding your arms down.
Okay, what I want to do is to try and jump as high as I can in the air and then fall onto my back.
Okay, so you're gonna use your own momentum to try to like reverse. I don't want to try to guess what that move is called. Suplexer. You're gonna just fall backwards and use your own weight to kind of fall on top of
Yeah,
them.
and see if I can crush it.
All right.
My bigness.
You won't be able to jump very. You're being held, so you won't be able to jump that high. But I'll say make a strength check. Athletics.
18.
That's a natural 1. So it's kind of the other Culsatory construct is kind of like watching what's happening, and all of a sudden, he just gets flung back by your force of nature, this large Goliath, and then you fall on top. He takes a couple points of bludgeoning damage, we'll say like 5 points, lets go of you. Because of the sheer impact, it's a natural 1. So and his head kind of like rotates, and he's taking a second to, and you are essentially free to get up and move around.
Okay, while I get up, I want to take the one that what's the size? It's like a large size. It's not
The one that
it's
was
a
holding
medium
you.
sized.
The one that was holding you
Yeah.
is your size.
Oh, okay.
Medium.
So
But I'm-
it's medium,
You're
but
medium
it's a
still.
bigger
Oh,
medium.
okay.
It's like a 6, 7
Hefty
foot.
medium.
A hefty medium.
Yeah.
Massimo is going to get up, bend over, pick up the thing by the arms, and then throw it at the other construct.
Pick up the construct by the arms.
Yeah, the one that he smashed, and then throw it at the other one that was looking around.
All right. Make a. I'll say make another athletics check.
11.
You kind of get both of his arms, and you start doing kind of the shot put sort of swing, and it's just sort of dragging a circle of dirt in the desert, and you just
Oh, this thing's heavy.
can't quite get. And you just sort of skid him across the desert floor. Can't quite get any airborne nature out of this guy. He's pretty heavy, like
All right.
several hundred pounds.
Also, you haven't been working out since you were at the Bart's
Yeah,
college.
you're a little
You're
bit.
out of shape.
yeah.
You
You're
look a little
out of
like Coach
practice.
right now after all those meat pies.
Haven't done my normal sets.
Just then, you see from the east, far off into the distance, you hear. and all this dust and clouds start billowing and billowing. And through the clouds, everyone kind of stops where they are, and they turn to the left, all of the Yuan Ti, and they kind of and then all of you kind of look, and then even the constructs sort of stop, and they're trying to, the ones that were pushed back are rewriting themselves, and you guys see you hear this galloping of horses, and you look, and you see several horses. But they're not just horses.
Of course not.
Of courses.
Because they also have the heads of corgis.
They're horses. You were right.
And on these corgi stallions, riding towards you, you see a troop of about 40 bugbears.
Oh my god.
Led by Godron Ramshead himself, holding a kitchen knife in the air. And on one of the horse corgis, you see Cole Flintspire flinging some glittery magic in the air, going.
I need this T-shirt.
And then Cole's Flintspire just kind of shoots some fireworks up in the air, shoots his hand up, and this large purple energy goes up, and a giant. Fantastic hand, kind of making eccentric fingers. This large, 7-foot wide purple hand emerges, and it just flings down and it knocks out about 13 Yuan Ti.
Nice.
Flattens them out, and then Godron Ramshead goes, "Attack! Let's get these guys!" And they all come. They all just attack all of the Yuan Ti.
Do all the horses have tiny little legs? There's like
no, but some of them do.
So cute.
Some of them don't have tails, and they do have little like nubby like tails that they're just kind of like wagging. They're
How
just
did
wagging
you make
the-
horses cuter?
That's not.
that is hilarious.
I'll post this up on the Instagram.
Oh no.
I was doing this at work, and people were like, "What?"
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Listen to our podcast. Okay, the next couple of minutes go by.
Rescue.
You guys are hitting stuff. You managed to free Nuzir. You managed to free Callum, who immediately starts throwing sunbolts of monk energy. Sarsa lets out another thunder wave and blasts back a bunch of Yuan Ti. Remara does some crazy mind. You can throw in one of your.
Yeah, I want to do
Blubber brain.
Let's guess what the next spell.
Mind freak.
Mind freak. Blubber brain.
Psychic redistribution.
So super fast though. The ring that got tossed to Jerik, was that the same ring that like controls everybody?
No, that's a different ring from Bartleby.
Who's got the ring that controls all of them?
The Malison that has the cobra head, the one Yuan Ti kind of lieutenant that Kishara left, and he's kind of swinging at some of these bugbears and these kind of corgi horses, and he's like, ah! And then he actually kind of turns towards Jerik because he sees, he has a big sword, and he's like, ah! And kind of run towards him. He's charging at Jerik.
I want to do on him broken will. So
yes, okay.
I can communicate with him via telepathy, I assume. He has to make an intelligence saving throw. Oof. Failed save. I choose his next movement and action on his next turn.
Okay. That's lucky.
I've been in that relationship.
He rolled a 14 intelligence.
Does not work.
No, does not.
No.
Okay.
Not for Remara.
So I choose what he does next.
Oh, okay. So he just kind of grabs his head, and his scimitar drops.
Okay, buddy?
I'm going to say he picks up his scimitar with the hand that doesn't have the ring and chops his hand off.
Can he hurt himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't say he can.
Okay, all right.
So much hand chopping.
Yeah, what is this?
Slices
like a Star
off his
Wars
hand,
trilogy?
and then goes. And he kind of grabs. Just then, from the sky. You hear? I'm gonna double that over. It's gonna.
No, that was perfect.
I can't do the high pitched scream. The high pitched scream of an eagle, a metal eagle.
My eagle.
Light flies down, and it kind of comes straight towards Jerik, and just kind of skitters to a halt, and then goes down right in front of you. And Bartleby says, "Get on, Porto!"
What? Seriously? That's the ring?
no.
This is the eagle ring?
Just get on him. I know you've wanted it for a while.
Oh, you're the man, Bartleby.
Just
Way
get
to go.
on. And Bartleby throws out a couple of like walnuts that kind of scatter on the ground.
I'm sorry, you said he throws walnuts.
Yeah, he throws 3 walnuts on the ground.
This is war, and he's throwing walnuts.
Just hold on. He's a kind of a nature-based gnome artificer. He throws a few walnuts, and there's a couple of about 14 yuan tea charging towards him, and they're like, "Ah!" And it looks like they're just gonna jump on top of him. The walnuts instantly form a wall of stone right in front of him.
Nice.
And you hear a couple of. Says, "You guys have to get out of here. You have to go off to Kishara right now."
Yeah. Okay, I want to run over and I want to grab the hand that's on the floor.
Gross.
And I want to pull that ring off and put it on myself.
All right, Sarsa pulls off the ring from the hand that's on the finger. Actually, you see, like, once the hand got cut off, all of you kind of notice, some of you are busy in battle, a lot of the Colsatorians just kind of stop. And then Sarsa puts on the ring, and then they all kind of engage again.
Are they mine now?
You don't feel anything different.
Do I have the opportunity to attempt to, command them?
So, as your action,
Yeah.
I'll say you can give a command.
Okay. And we still have a couple of the faux yuan tea people.
There's a lot of them left.
Okay.
I mean, there were about 300.
I'm going to command my constructs to, mess them up. I'm just going to give the order, protect us.
Okay, so all of the Colsatoris kind of stand at attention. They pull out their glowing purple scimitar, their swords, and they're going to use their kind of rocket boots to... And they sort of form a perimeter wall around the heroes in the center. A lot of the bugbears are still fighting people on the outside, but they've given you a little bit of respite in the middle of the walls. So you have a minute to kind of talk with Callum, Nuzir, and Bartleby. Callum turns to you and says,
We'll hold them here. You'll have to go after Kishara if you know where she is. Please go now. Massimo, Remara, can you stay here with us? Please. It's great to see you, by the way. It's so good. And he kind of gives you a little hug. And he's like, my old friend, I can't
Yes,
believe you're
Massimo,
alive.
you take the B team and stay here. We'll go fight the villain.
There's
the
an
side
army
quest.
here. We know that you can take down Kishara.
Yeah,
I believe in
army
you.
of minor characters. You guys go. We'll take care of the other thing.
You have the
Come
easier
on,
job,
team.
probably.
and Nuzir kind of pipes in and says, yes, I think you are more than a match for Kishara. Even with the Curio, she wants to communicate with some sort of a god, I think. So if you go after her and stop her on this island that she is going to the Dagger Island, you might be able to stop whatever she's after. We'll take care of this army. I have a few tricks for myself.
Come on, everybody, get on my eagle.
Would
All right, everybody get on the chicken.
Would I know from history or reading or arcana or something whether or not something like this Yuan-Ti curse could be reversed?
You want?
I can roll for it, or you could just tell me no. Either one of those is fine.
Reverse the curse.
I'll say it is an unreversible process.
Okay, then I won't. Then I won't tell them to protect anyone.
I'm sorry, it's a what now?
It's unreversible.
Other than
we'll deal with that later.
Other than polymorph, once the pureblood transformation has been completed, other than polymorph or true polymorph or something like that, that's all I'm going to give you right now.
Oddly enough, I do have polymorph.
So,
Remara,
okay.
are you going to stay
True
here and help
polymorph.
these
a
fine
different
lads fight off?
Your sword's in the background.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my guy.
It was really
All right,
great
then.
meeting you.
Friends, I hope
so-
we meet again.
Only one of you can fit on the eagle, but there is a big Aravan about 20 feet from you.
So Rochambeau for who gets to ride the eagle.
It's my eagle. I'm riding the eagle. You guys get in the airship. Sarsa, you're captain.
Thank goodness.
Fine. Sarsa, though, before she leaves, because she wants to make sure that they're all safe, she's going to take off the ring and give it to Remara.
Yeah.
And say, you make sure nothing happens to Cole, all right?
Like, I won't hug her, but I'll put my hand. Like, that's as much as I will.
That's as much as I want to.
Sarsa, Saeleas, thank you for saving us. Coach, the realm is in good hands, and extends out his left hand and pulls up his sleeve a little bit.
And Saeleas, Jerik, and Sarsa, you see Massimo pull up his sleeve to reveal his arm.
Impressive.
And then Coach puts out his left arm, which is also blank and just an arm, and they do this little handshake.
Is that like a muscle tape?
Oh,
Does this
yeah.
Sometimes. I've seen him do it with other people.
All right, enough of chit-chatting. Let's
Callum
go.
says, that's not the time to do that right now. We'll have time for that later, I hope.
In Dark Harbor, I'll see you in hell.
Let's go.
Sarsa's gonna...
Are you saying that in character?
We have an understanding.
Jerik,
That's how dudes
you
say I love you.
if you survive this,
What's up, little man?
you survive this, I'll kill you myself.
You too, brother. See you later.
All right, so Jerik hops on Porto the eagle, now having this control of him with the ring that Bartleby gave him, and flies off. I'm sorry.
Please don't dub it. I want it to be that.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, Coach. So
The rest of you get on the Aravan.
the Coach and the Goliath do their thing, right?
Massimo. Yeah.
And Coach is gonna go in for a hug on Remara, for sure.
Okay. Coach goes in to hug Remara.
You know that video that's like about like being nice to women, and there's that scene.
Yep.
That's like a meme, and it's like, no, bro, don't do that. Like that's what I'm gonna do. I'll be like, no, bro. Trust me, you don't want to do that.
Intercept it.
You don't
I
want
was
to do that.
getting some sort of mind thing ready to like break his will, but
Women are complicated.
Stop.
Sometimes they want to paint me naked, and then sometimes they don't.
Come on, Coach. Let's
Wanna
get on
even
the
hug
skiff. We'll
me.
talk about it on the way.
Okay.
Go save the realm.
Defeated, he gets on the Aravan.
Coach, Sarsa, Saeleas gets on the Aravan. Sarsa figures out the controls pretty quickly. It's very similar to the ones that you've had before. You're able to take off, and you follow Jerik's lead, who's riding Porto, the metal companion eagle.
Yeah, there's going to be no living with him now.
As you fly off towards the West Dagger Island after Kishara Fenro. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.